Merry Christmas from Longbox Comics. Merry Christmas from Longbox Comics.
Merry Christmas indeed. Welcome to our FMC Arena Thursday night show. I had a few technical difficulties in that I didn't designate the opening file, and so I was sitting there, I was like, why ain't it playing? You know, I hit, and I was like, oh, I gotta do it manually. So that's on me. But we let me bring on my good friend John. I actually got his. I got his opener here, so.
Truly exceptional. And he had one thing you haven't got.
What's that, sir?
A great big bushy beard. Come on.
So I finally remembered to get it back. So there you go.
My beard isn't as great or big or as bushy as it used to be. At one point, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met you, it was like down to like here or something.
Yeah.
Of course, then you went and broke your neck or something in
I had to shave it. I shaved it for my neck brace, and then I shaved it again because I got tar in it.
Right. You're supposed to have a conversation with Mark Millara, and it was like, oh, wow, he's going big time. And the next thing you know, it's like, shows up on stream like a couple days later, and it's like he's got a neck brace. It's like, and no beard. And I was like, what the hell happened to you, dude?
I broke my neck the day that conversation was scheduled.
Yeah. I think you pushed like a double shift or something and fell asleep on the way home or something.
I left early so I could talk with Mark Millara.
I
skipped lunch and I didn't have breakfast, and they were mad at me for leaving early, so they put me on the roof of the building, and it was a tin roof.
Right. So you got overheated and low blood sugar.
My blood sugar just dropped. You know, I should have stopped, ate something. But I was like, I'll go home and I'll have lunch with my wife before the talk, you know. And
gotcha.
Driving it.
Gotcha. Well, things like that happen. I mean,
So Mark Miller, I blame you.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'll take that upon myself. Anyway, so I think people are like, so here we are in August, and you've been doing streams and stuff on this since June, and I guess the elephant in the room is this is not Christmas, so
right. I want to do a Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my wife and I's favorite time of year. I mean, if you come to my house right now, there's 2 Christmas trees still up. You know,
wow. Okay,
we're those weirdos that love Christmas, and I wanted to.
Well, I guess you can't throw too many stones at your wife for keeping stuff up, you know, all year long.
No. Me and my wife, she's just in her own way. She's just as odd as me. That's why we get along.
Hey, perfect match made in heaven. There you go.
And she keeps saying that. Grow your beard. Get it more Santa Claus like. And then I keep trimming it short for work reasons.
She doesn't have like a Santa fetish or something, does she? I mean,
who doesn't? Who does? I my 2 favorite, mythological or whatever religious is Santa Claus and Odin, and both of them are big white bearded guys. So yeah.
There you go. And I guess Odin and Santa kind of have some like overlap, don't they?
Yeah. So I wanted to make a Christmas special. I had one. I'm working on a comic that's still underway. It's turning out to be a bigger project than I want to, called The Origin of Santa Claus. Since I already got myself the mind, and I wanted to have that ready for you by this Christmas, but that ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, what if I make a short Christmas thing? And then everybody seemed to like King Fu, the character. So I was like, okay, let me do. And it was just like Blue Christmas. You know, he's an Elvis impersonator. Blue Christmas. It was. So I said, let me write a story that has something to do with Blue Christmas.
Right. Right.
So I wrote a story, and that was only 16 pages. So I said, all right, let me do another backup about the Patriarch meeting Santa Claus, and that's 6 pages. And then we added letters. So it's about I think a 26-page comic. Cool. And I was like, how long is this going to take? So Renzo is drawing the Patriarch, and he's also drawing stuff for RJ for the 4th Age. He's drawing stuff for Aaron Sparrow. So I panicked. I said, this ain't going to be done in time for Christmas. So I asked Renzo to stop drawing Patriarch and do his 16 pages of King. Well, he banged it out. He was done really, really quick. So I was like, you know what? And then I was working with the new guy, Andres, and he banged out his 6 pages really quick. And he's already well underway for another story.
I'm gonna have to say Renzo might be the Jack Kirby of indie comics. I mean, just the amount of volume of work.
Well, there's a guy that you know called Luke Stone. He drew my Sleeper Agent, and he when he was not focused because he's got other jobs and he was drawing for other people. But when he was just like, John, everything is done. I'm gonna work on yours. I was like, okay, no rush. I'm way ahead. He was doing like a page a day, if not every other day.
Yeah.
So here's another guy. Renzo's quick, but he's not a page a day quick. But
yeah, and it's quality. I mean, that Luke's not cutting in corners here. I mean, I've seen him work live, and he really is.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of people in our area that are. There's just so much talent. I'll bring that up later. I'm sure we're going to talk about something else later.
It's interesting. It's like the guys that left the mainstream and kind of came into our area are better than anything in the mainstream. And the people that never made it to the mainstream that are in our area are better than the mainstream. And so a lot of this art that I see, I mean, like people like Charlie Snogans. I mean, Charlie Snogans better than anything Marvel and DC got right now. And then they throw people out like Bennett, and
that's just it. There's a bunch of reasons why a lot of people don't want to work the mains. You don't own it,
right?
They hound you. You got to kiss ass. You got to kiss the political ring. You know what I mean? And the pay isn't that great.
No,
I've worked with a few guys, and you got to chase them for payment.
Right.
You got to like I know for a fact there's a couple of guys that I work with that used to work with Marvel. They said it would take like 4 or 5 months, and you constantly emailing them, dude. We paid you for that page. No, you didn't. You have to prove that you didn't get paid. So who wants to work like that? Who wants to work?
Jose Garcia worked with Disney, and they were the same way to him. And you see how fast and good he is.
Jose Garcia is amazing.
It's incredible.
He said, hey, I got commissions open, and I forget the reasons, but he said I could use some extra cash right now. So I was like, you know what, I like him. So I commissioned the cover for him. He was done like in 4 days, and I'm talking drawn, inked, colored.
Yeah.
In like 4 days, and
it's jaw dropping. For those of
you who don't, it's the variant cover for issue 2 of Heroic Tales. It's everything I asked for, and all I did was it was like a spur of the moment. So I just described them to him in a DM. I didn't write a script or anything like that. He was like, show me a picture of your guy and the Subterranean. I just described to him because there was no art of him as of yet.
Ah, wow.
And he did it perfectly.
Well, I'm more short plug. Immortal Rising is going to be next Thursday, and that's the comic that Jose Garcia is one of his comics.
Back to the Christmas. So I got the idea that I wanted to do a Christmas comic, and it was done. So I was like, okay, how long is this going to take? So I said, I might as well launch it now. So I went real early. I went in June on Fund My Comic, and then I did it like Christmas in July on Kickstarter. But it's done. It's complete. So now Renzo's back finishing up Patriarch, and I want to have that complete before I launch that campaign, because I'm trying to repair the bad reputation that crowdfunded comics has earned. Yeah. Even though I didn't do it, but so I want to make it. I want to close the gap between campaign to delivering comics. And our show Monday is another thing you're doing to repair comic independent comic reputations, and then so that's the Crisis on Independent Earths. Yeah, but, if you haven't seen Monday's show, I'm on again Monday. I've been talking to so many people, I kind of forget.
Oh yeah, we did a show on Monday about Independent Earths. So.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. I thought you said I was on again next Monday. Yeah. So.
Oh no, not next Monday. No.
So that's another part. Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But so this comic is done. What's his name? Phil Diaz sent me a picture of the physical proof. He has it in his hand. It's probably in the mail today. So as soon as I get the physical proof, because it's on newsprint, you know what I mean? I want to feel it. I want to look at it. I want to see how it is. And then I'm just going to message, go ahead, Phil, print it up. Right. And as soon as I get those comics, I'm going to start mailing them out. So this campaign, I know I'm not allowed to say Kickstarter, but this campaign is not done on Kickstarter, and I'm going to be shipping out comic books already. You know what I mean? And then on Fund My Comic, maybe in November, I'll do like a second chance, you know, when people are thinking about Christmas.
Well, this will be a great supplement to your heroic tales going forward. Yep. This would be a great little comic to add to those back packages. So that's one thing that getting that first comic in your hand does for you, is it gives you things that you can put in packages later, that things you can bundle later, and and so that's always good.
That's I always try to have like an add-on tier. I've been called worse by meaner people.
There you go. All right, is that better?
But Bobby, I'm going to see you this weekend. Myself, Vaughn Coleman, and I think Bobby, we're all going to be at Tropicon Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be my first convention. So right after this talk, I'm going to put together my stand to make sure it works. You know.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Comic cons are, if you've never been to one, I always they reinvigorate me when I go to them, because they're built around love. They're built around things. You know, everybody has something that they love, and so everybody being assembled to celebrate something rather than
nobody wakes up, gets into a car, takes their kids or whatever, their wife, their boyfriend, whatever, and drives to a place, deals with the crowd because they can't stand it. Those people at the Comic Cons, they love comics.
They're there because they love it, and
and most of them are not on Twitter.
Right.
Most of them don't crowdfund. So I always knew this, that the crowdfund I don't think it's a sustainable model in the long run for a career, you know, at least not for somebody like me starting out. So I need to get to Comic Cons, get in people's faces in a good way, show my comic books, you know, get us good. But I said I wanted to wait till I had more than one comic. I felt like everybody just has one comic. Oh, but now I got two. I got a third that it's just gonna miss being able to be put into my hand. But because Vaughn Coleman, who does the wonderful comic Phenomenova, because he's going to be there, I feel like this is good. I have like training wheels, you know what I mean? Because he's now a pro. He's been going to conventions every weekend for like 2 years.
Vaughn's at every one of them. That's what he does for a living. So
he's been so gracious. He's been calling me up. Come on, this one's. But I've been working a lot lately, so now I got some time off. You know. The job that I've been working on is over. Who knows what the next month is? Maybe I'll have some more time off. That'll be great. Do some more conventions.
Right.
Oh, Bobby said he's going to be working on the Crisis Roughs if he has downtime. Cool. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Yep. That'll be cool. And for those of you who don't know, that's another project, Crisis on Independent Earths, where we take all of these people in this wonderful sphere, and we're all contributing to make a gigantic comic. But
we're all trying to basically like lift each other up, you know, rising tide lifts all ships kind of thing. And it's no jealousy zone. Everybody's there for to enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I got the Crisis on Independent Earths is open to anybody. You know, even you and a couple of people. I've been hearing from. I wasn't invited. You're invited, dude. There's a million people. I put out a call. I put it on Twitter. I can't call up everybody. You're invited, and as long as you can stop the fighting, write a story within the rules of the story, and submit your work by January 1st. Those are the rules. And
no worries, man.
And if you hate me, that's fine. It's not about that.
Give you $20 if we can make a last dad hat with the Crisis logo, literally just for me. Yep.
It's funny because there's a print across the street. I think I'm going to go there tomorrow and see if I can get a Crisis on Independent Earth T-shirt made up. You know, maybe go to the convention with that T-shirt on just to start drumming up interest.
There you go. There you go. Well, I know you already have the Patriarch shirt, and do you have the King Fu hoodie yet?
Oh yeah, I didn't show you right here. This is mine. I got a bunch of them. So this is the front.
Yeah.
I could never hold it up properly. Okay. This is the front. So the front has the Memphis Fist Fighting Society logo. That's the dojo that King Fu runs.
Yeah.
Then on the back has his Tennessee Dragon. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Who did your graphic work on that?
This is Renzo drew this.
Renzo.
Renzo drew it. Oscar colored it, and then the company whose name escapes me at the moment made them. And it's not an iron-on. It's not an iron-on. It's I forget what it's called. So this is never going to wash off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a fabric sewed on, right?
Yeah, it's fabric sewed. I forget, sublimation or something. I forget what they call it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's located here. It's also in the chat if you want to check this out.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in the company that made that, message me at John's Longbox at yahoo.com. I feel really bad that I forget the name of the company. Something Apparel. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a good question. Will we be getting King Fu velvet paintings?
Oh man, no. But if you on this, you could get original art. You could get Renzo on paper, pencil, pencil and pen of your character or you shaking King Fu's hand. It's kind of goofing on that famous Elvis shaking Richard Nixon's hand.
$150 tier. Yeah.
And that goes right to Renzo.
Considering that one.
Yeah, that goes right to Renzo plus shipping, taxes, and everything like that. And
right.
I make nothing on that. That's all Renzo. He's doing all the work. But I just think it's fun. So there's going to be one at least. I'm buying one because I'm going to have the Patriarch, or maybe me shaking King Fu's hand.
There you go. There you go. Okay. But you will be getting King Fu pin up by me in this comic.
Yep.
Okay, so Marcus is doing the King
and
Fu.
You're credited on the front page as the artist of the pinup.
Well, see, I'm from the South, so I'm familiar. I kind of like know a lot about Elvis and the fact that Elvis did karate,
right?
Karate, and that he was known to like throw kicks and punches at most inopportune moments. He did have the jumpsuit, and he also had the short cape, and
right.
so
and his costume was based on Captain Marvel Jr.
Right.
The legend has it that when he signed with Sun Records, he went into a barbershop with the Captain Marvel Jr. comic book and told the barber, "Make my hair look like this." Mm-hmm. So I was just like, "Oh, Elvis and Captain Marvel Jr. Kung Fu." It was. I was like, "All right," and I think
Nixon actually was set up by the CIA.
Yeah. Nixon didn't do anything wrong.
And this has been confirmed. This is over the years, but Watergate was a complete op. Yeah, they wanted rid of him.
They wanted to get rid of him because he hated the communists.
Yep, he was the Donald Trump of his day. They hated him. The press hated that man.
I think
he's quite surprising because he's insanely moderate president policy-wise. Yeah,
and other presidents have done million times worse than him.
In recent years, I mean. Yeah, let's look at Obama alone. I mean, come on. We wouldn't go to Biden, but or Biden, however you would put it. But the thing that I love about the whole King Fu idea is the fact that before he got fat, Elvis was known to be very athletic. Would play football with the Jordanaires and people like that. And he also, had the martial arts thing. He was heavily into martial arts, and so the idea that a martial artist would be named, have Elvis as an impersonator. I mean, it's kismet. I mean, it's when I saw that idea, I was like, of course. I mean, it just like
Well,
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I freaking think of that?
You can't have me on a talk without talking. I play a role playing game called Villains and Vigilantes. I always have, and me and my buddy. I think, but I can't prove. But I think it was the first superhero role playing game, and me and my buddies have been playing it since the early '80s.
Yeah,
and I made up King Fu.
Did it predate GURPS?
I don't know. I generic. Yeah, GURPS was pretty cool. I liked GURPS.
Yeah.
But me and my buddies would play, and I made up King Fu kind of as a joke. You know what I mean? And every once in a while, I would just have King, and then I would act like Elvis, do a bad Elvis impression.
Right.
But my players loved King Fu so much that they inducted him into their super team.
Well,
and then we would play, and they'd be like, "Well, we can't go. King Fu's not here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's part of the Avengers now. The Avengers can't.
Well, I mean, I love he's your world's Shang-Chi. You know, your master of martial arts. You know, your world.
So he
cool.
I was like, they love him. So so when I was making the comic books, all my friends, who, they're like, "It's King Fu going to be in?" And I was like, well, I have a panel where there's going to be a superhero. They're like, "Oh, make that King Fu." So I put King, and then everybody liked him. So I was like, "All right, strike while the iron's hot." And
did you also make Public Eye? And that is that where Public Eye comes from? Did you?
Well, Public Eye is my character. So King Fu is a non-player character. A bunch of other characters were my friend's player characters. So I didn't.
I got you.
And they got mad at me. They're like, "How come you didn't put my character?" I was like, because it's your character. So now I have permission to put all their characters. But when my friend Jimmy ran the game, I played as the Public Eye.
Okay.
So that's why I love the Public Eye, because he's my character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I beat him up. And then Jimmy would put him through his paces and everything like that.
Right.
But like the Patriarch, I made him up for the comic book because I thought he would be a cool flagship character. I wanted a Superman type to be the cornerstone of the universe.
Well, I'm going to be very interested to see Captain Atlas also.
Yeah, Captain Atlas. I put a little cameo of him in Heroic Tales 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a little box. There's a page with 16 panels of just heads.
No, this is a good idea right here. I like this one.
Beat the crap out of Jim Jones.
Yeah. Same era. Why not?
Well, King Fu got his powers in April 16th, 1996. I know the day of his origin. So he's one of the longest running. He has superpowers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he had superpowers.
He has increased agility. He has increased endurance, and he has increased will. So and that makes him the greatest martial artist in the world.
Well, I know that they used will for like enhanced punches.
Right.
Like the dim mock was like a something that they.
Yeah, like if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, there was a strength, endurance, agility, constitution, and they had wisdom. But the superhero, they don't have wisdom; they have will. And will would power a lot of your powers. It's the strength of your mind. So he has increased will. So he could, he could focus, not get distracted. Those are his three heightened attributes. And whereas the Patriarch has no heightened attributes. He just has telekinesis. And
it's like in my world, Ironside's telepaths won't scan Ironsides because his will is so strong that nobody can.
Right, a telepath would have difficulty. Like if King Fu was distracted and not resisting, a telepath would be able to penetrate his mental defenses. But if King Fu if King Fu knew that Xavier was trying to do it, it would be like a contest between will to that's how the will stat works in that. So King Fu would be difficult to mentally mess with.
Well, we did a Cryptids and Conspiracies on this one, and we decided it was debunked. So you can check that out. My
play.
So, we debunked that one.
You know how I know it's debunked? Because Elvis works at the Taco Bell by my house.
There you go.
There's a guy who looks like Elvis, and if he wants to be Elvis, he's Elvis.
There you go.
Yep. Hey, Woodrow's in the chat. Woodrow, being Lord Woodrow, good to see you, man. He's going to be participating.
Hello, Cruel.
Hey, Cruel, how you doing?
Well, one thing about comics that I think that the mainstream is definitely lost. Is the mainstream used to do throwaway issues, holiday specials. They used to be whimsy about it. Used to be it was used to be aimed at kids as well as, but then it became an adult aimed, apparatus. And I think that really destroyed a lot of the fun in comics, because I remember I could pick up a comic when I was a teenager or whatever, or as a kid or whatever, and it was safe for me, to pick it up. And the thing, all I was going to find in it were beneficial things that were going to be beneficial to me. And these days, I wouldn't, unless I read it first, I would not put a comic, modern comic, to any kid whatsoever. And I like the fact that independent comics, so many of the independent comics I see are all ages. It's funny, they're either all ages or they're complete smut, and there doesn't seem to be a gradation there.
I'm going for like a Bronze Age aesthetic, and I know I had a few people that were like, "Hey, this has like some suggestive material in it." I'm like, "Yeah, well, obviously you're a newbie to comics, but there was some suggestive stuff." So I would say my stuff is like PG-13.
There you go.
And I do have an idea for an all ages kids comic. Like it's going to be a group of like sidekicks, and I want to have it be more. And then I also have like an R-rated comic that's going to be horror, but I'll make everything abundantly clear. Yeah. So I'm not out here to shock anybody, but like for Heroic Tales and Patriarch, if you didn't see it in an issue of John Byrne, Terry Austin, or Marv Wolfman, George Perez, then you won't see it in my comics. And it's incredibly tempting to cross the line and show nudity and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it's a money grab.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be like entry level. There used to be kind of like surface level, and then if you as you aged, you could find stuff that was more complicated. You could find stuff that was more adult.
And the mainstream used to do it too. There used to be Harvey comics that were geared towards kids. And then like this is like the 70s. Then you went to DC. I always thought DC was for like, 10-year-olds.
Well, Harvey Comics is the first comic book company that went woke.
I know.
I mean, they went for Harvey first because they knew that was the entry level. And that's what they wanted.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the next thing you know, yeah. Right.
Harvey Comics, are they still around? I haven't seen a Harvey comic.
Yeah, they're still around, but they've completely lost their market share. They completely lost their place in society.
Because I saw that Oni Press is now, Oni Press, which is owned by Kevin Smith, right, is making Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and that was a great comic.
Well, I mean, they did Sabrina the Teenage Witch television show, and it was pure Satanism. It had Satanism all in it. So there you go. Remember that time a random issue of Green Lantern when Black Canary got topless?
In a regular comic, they showed it or they implied it? And what issue? My friend wants to know what issue number that was.
Yeah, be specific. We need some specificity here for research purposes. Yeah. I was Sabrina when I was younger. Well, there was a television show, but I'm talking about the streaming show they put out recently.
With the girl from Mad Men.
Yeah, it was all Satan worshipers. It was all Satan worship, and it was like, she wasn't a good girl. She was actually a witch, and she did witch stuff. So that's what they're doing these days. It might have been a CW show. I don't know. You think that's why I'm doing the comics? A naked couple running around, you see any nudity? My writer is nuts. So okay.
What Arkham is saying is he's drawing.
Okay, you think it's odd I'm doing a commission with a naked couple running around?
No. He's one of my artists. He's writing a comic called Mythman and Fable, and they're basically running around. It's a couple that they got attacked while they were in a tent sleeping together, like a married couple does, and they
Okay.
spent the rest of the issue basically running, but you don't see anything. It's sexy, it's
Well-
cheap, and they meet the garden. They go to the Garden of Hesperides and eat the
Yeah.
golden apple. So I'm playing off of Adam and Eve, and you know.
Well, David Brink, the very first Perfect 10, she is naked for the majority of that comic, but you're so invested. I told him this. I was like, you're so invested in her welfare because he wrote her so well that you it's only in hindsight that you realize, you know,
And
she's
you don't
pretty
really
much
see
naked the
anything.
whole entire time.
and you don't really see anything. Like he
No.
makes it cheeky. Like I said, suggestive is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but somehow it's not a like. Even though she's like, Perfect 10 is one of the best drawn female characters in comics. Period. Yeah. Even though that, you're not sitting here going like, oh wow, you know, look at that. You're like, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it?
Yeah.
And that's just pure writing on Dave's part. That's like, it's the greatest writing. Like, I mean, the greatest example of what writing can do of any comic I've ever read. Because it's only in hindsight I'm like, you know what, she's pretty much naked the whole entire time, and there's a lot of nice stuff there, but I didn't pay attention because I was worried for her. And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. He could do that.
That's one of the best introductions to a new character in Perfect 10 #1.
Yeah,
He's going to be
Perfect 10
part of the
#1.
Crisis on Independent Earths. I think he's doing a 5-page story,
Mhm.
and I'm not egotistical enough
Right.
to you know, to say mine's going to be. I think Dave's 5 pages are going to be the best 5 pages in the book.
Yeah.
His 5-page script is awesome. Yeah, it is awesome.
Green Arrow Volume 2, number 34. That's your research
you go.
project right there. Anyway. Well, you know, I mean, the awesome thing about you know, Patriarch, you know, being your like the I would say the main pillar of your universe is that the way basically you got a family man at the heart of your universe who his priority is his kids and everything, and so he's not, even though he's got a groupie that would do anything for him. I mean, literally would do anything for him. Follows him, stalks him everywhere. But the thing about the end of the day, he goes home to his wife and kids, you know. And I really think if you're going to like have a heart of your universe, that's not a bad thing to have at the center of the universe. That's why DC and you know, DC and Marvel, the reason why they were so good is because Marvel had Spider-Man at the heart of it, and then DC had Superman at the heart of it. And it's like, you need that character, that central character that kind of defines your universe in a lot of ways. And,
yeah, he's inspired by Superman in many ways, and like I looked at, you know, Kingdom Come. You know, I have a few problems with that comic, but overall I really like the message. I don't believe Superman would just retire because Lois Lane died, but okay, so we got to swallow that to make the story work. Okay,
yeah.
So Superman goes off and whatever, and because of Daddy has gone away, all the kids, like his metaphor, he's the father of all the superheroes, and he literally is. He's the first superhero, so it works. And then in the comic books, he's the most powerful. He's the father figure. He's the goody. He goes away, and all the kids become brats, and then he comes back and has to show them behave. And I think it's a powerful story. I mean, I know people got problems with Mark Waid, but he is a good writer. And then that's kind of the inspiration
in spurts. He's a good writer in spurts.
I also take it back. I haven't read anything new from him, but
well, I think Mark Waid is like the little girl with the curl. You know, when he's good, he's very, very good, and when he's bad, he's hard.
That's a good way to describe it. So I wanted an homage to Superman. Now, yes, I wear my homages on my sleeve. So saying, "Oh, this guy's a Superman derivative," or the public guy is a Quested derivative. Yeah,
right.
Yes, I the Raven is a Batman derivative. All superheroes kind of are. My comic is a love letter to classic superheroes.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with archetypes.
Right. So he's the Superman archetype, but I think I made him different enough.
Yeah.
And I also wanted him as a response to these woke comics. But I also didn't want a preachy comic. So the Patriarch is a conservative. He's religious. You know, he's a Protestant. His wife is Greek Orthodox. He's got 7 children. But I don't think I made this clear in the 2 comics. The public at large doesn't know he has a family. Right. I've been implying, and I'm starting to realize that maybe I need to imply a little heavier, that something happened, and his family is basically off the grid. So he's also a homesteader. He has his own farm, and he's a homeschooler.
Well, I mean, considering the wife is like
right. So
all the way down half of her
in
body.
issue 1 of the Patriarch, you're going to find out more, and then I think issue 2 of the Patriarch, you're going to find out exactly what happened.
Okay.
And then issue 3, we're going to deal with the older kids. Yeah. They're tired of living like Amish. You know, they're gonna be turning 18 years old, and they want to go in and live with the world. And you know, the Patriarchs. Like,
well, I already wrote. I guess the Amish they like turn them out when they reach a certain age.
What the son's gonna say, Dad, you know, like, are we your prisoners? Like, you know, and the father's gonna be like, there comes a point where you have to let them grow up.
To let them go. Yeah.
I did my best, you know, but there's also things in the past that he doesn't want the family to know.
Right.
We'll leave it at that, you know.
Well, the fact that he's got like a very like definite weakness and vulnerability,
right?
That he is basically covering up for is one of the best twists about the character. And this is not me talking out of school. This is in the book. So.
Right, it's in the book. He has telekinesis. You're gonna learn a little bit in Patriarch number 1, and I've already not spoiled it, but I told, in my world, there's very few ways to get superpowers. Right. The most common way can't be controlled by anybody. I mean, they could get a jump on it. So when people get superpowers, think about the real world.
Yeah.
Just imagine that all of a sudden Philip Moskowitz gets superpowers. The government is they want to come in on it. You know what I mean? Could you just kill the president with a thought? Could you do this? Blah blah. So everybody is contacted by like the Men in Black kind of, and you're handled. The Patriarch has a handler. Every superhero has a handler.
Right.
And you're given an origin. You're also given a costume. You're given medical care. You're given a stipend. You know, so most of the superheroes are full-time superheroes.
Well, at present day in my comic universe, there's something called the FERA, which is the Federal Express Regulatory Agency, and so the FERA. So
you're gonna meet the Patriarch's handler in Patriarch number 1, and he's been assigned. You're gonna be like a Superman guy. So before you're gonna see his rookie story, he's using telekinesis like a crazy person, throwing stuff around, and they train him to act like a Superman.
Gotcha.
Because
is that question there? That's for you.
Yes, he would be. Yes, he would. He would absolutely. But I'll say this right now. The Paladin is the greatest character class of all time. The Bard is the worst.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Mike Grell's run of Green Arrow has been called
right.
Vertigo.
Oh yeah, Mike Grell's Green Arrow was one of the first direct market comics, and it was a little bit more suggestive than everything.
There you go.
Which I'm a very mixed feeling about the direct market comics, because they elevated the medium as far as writing.
Yeah.
But I think they caused the collapse of comic books in general, because now there was less and less comics on the newsstand, and you know.
Well, the commoditization of comics. I saw a good video about how Wizard Magazine destroyed comics. And
really, that if you could send me that. I found the
stats. I'll send you that link. And I think they make a good point.
They might be right. I loved Wizard Magazine. I bought Wizard Magazine. Yeah. And I found it stacked in a box, and I'm like going through them all, like, oh man.
Well, Wizard Magazine was also the rise of the superstar artist, and that caused the Image breakout. And
I've made my feelings abundantly clear on early Image.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty good point to be made there.
And they also, Wizard Magazine started the whole variant cover craze.
There you go.
So
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
just
So I mean,
convinced me. I didn't even watch the video.
it's a patient. I know, but it's the patient
Contrary to popular
zero.
belief, Coop, I do change my mind sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Occasionally, not just not on my show. Funny you say that. I played a bard in D&D, found their charm power.
It's not so much the bard that I hate. It's just that the people who want to play bards are just like they either want to throw a monkey wrench in the campaign, or they're theater kids.
They're useless. They're completely useless.
All I know is when I'm going in to fight the dragon, I need a guy with a little bit more than a loot. And no, you can't just go sleep with all the orcs. Like I just find them to be not.
Yeah. Why is it that the bard in your group is always the horn dog?
Right.
I mean, they're always, if somebody wants to play a bard, you're like, oh, you're that guy. Oh, okay. And,
I think oh my God, the paladin is so much fun. That's self-righteous. I smite thee with love. Get into it. You could really role play a paladin. And Patriarch,
Ed Hannigan is literally like half of his good on Interior. He's his own covers. Very disappointing so far. Did my favorite Scarecrow cover. My favorite. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry. Hate the slut bard trope, but I'll do. There you go. Sleep with orcs. So, yeah. It happens.
I tell you this, when I'm running my D&D campaign, if you want to play a bard, understand I'm trying to kill you. If you want to play a fighter in a wheelchair, understand, not that I'm going to try to kill you. You will die. You will die.
That's when you come up against the wizard, and the first thing he does is create a mute spell, and then it's like no sound, and it's like the bard's like, okay, I'm screwed,
Since we're talking about role-playing games, one of the things that we're talking about for this Crisis on Independent Earths is a companion book, and I'm in the minority, but Cooper will tell you I'm willing to change my mind about stuff.
We developed a role-playing game, that we never used. I still have like the documents for it.
Yeah, I've been working on my own role-playing game, but it's not going to be ready in time. But I would like to do a companion.
Well, this is it was designed to plug in any character. So
I was thinking of maybe. I don't know if we could do it at the same time or maybe do it afterwards. I don't know. It'll depend. But I think that'll be easier. Just every character, we just make a who's who of all the characters and do a companion magazine.
If anybody wants to be in a wheelchair in your D&D game, kill them immediately. Yeah, just because they are going to cause trouble the whole entire time.
Yep.
So anyway,
in a world where people come back from the dead, you choose to play a wizard in a wheelchair. Fine.
There you go. Right. Well, it's like the whole entire dungeon. Is your dungeon handy capable? It's a dungeon. No.
No, my dungeon is designed. My dungeon is designed so that you are funneled directly into the dragon's mouth. You know what? It is handy capable because there's a slant, and you're going to roll right down into the Beyonder's mouth. How about that?
I mean, there you go. There you go. What else you want? Anyway, so it's like Dan Dick Giordano is a beast to it, and you look at his stuff here. Oh, okay. I never played.
He's having a different conversation. He's still talking about Green Arrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I've never heard about.
I'm just going to highlight if it's on topic. That's these guys having the conversations over here. Well, I mean, one of the really cool things about the role playing games is it teaches you how to be creative and how to come up with the characters. I mean, I've got a lot of my characters started out in my City of Heroes. So I have like a lot of the development of my characters came from City of Heroes.
That was a fun game.
It's a hoot. But the thing that I think one of the reasons why they destroyed D&D, like they've destroyed everything else, is like every time they see any kind of cultural power in pop culture. That's where they all congregate, and the role playing games got a lot of prominence during COVID, and so what happens is, boop, they infiltrate Wizards of the Coast and take the whole thing down. But the thing about the role playing games though is not only is it a communal thing, not only is it a cooperative thing, but it's a creative thing, you know. It's a storytelling thing, and so it might be at the very heart of the storytelling boom of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and so all these D&D nerds came out of those rooms with stories to tell and ideas for characters, and so
at the risk of also being unpopular, I think during COVID everybody started to watch Critical Role.
Yeah,
and that's what they think D&D. Critical Role is actors working on a script. It's not a Dungeons and Dragons. It's even in the script. Roll the dice, and then they cut. They show you the die number that they want to see. It's actors pretending to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's no more Dungeons and Dragons than watching Game of Thrones and saying that's Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that's not Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe the first season was, but it became a scripted show. Just like all reality shows are not reality.
Right. Well, it's like a scripted reality is not reality, and
right.
And so a lot of these shows you saw, that were quote unquote reality shows, did turn out to be scripted. So it is what it is. But anyway, CW show sucked ass. Yep. Time's up by issue 3. Okay, they're still talking about that. All right. Well, I mean, think about it is though, is when you went to make this comic book. I mean, this whole idea for a Christmas comic book in the middle of summer. I think it's because if you go through production and everything, I think it's going to be available around Christmas, and that's kind of like the whole entire point.
Well, I should have the comic mid-September, you know, I've given, because Phil Diaz he's going to wait for me to say, print this, given that the proof is good. And then I'll start another campaign. So I started, I get excited. I start things and I try to, I learned how long it takes to make a comic. And then I challenge myself, how quick can we make a comic? And the answer is pretty quick. I didn't think, you know, it's pretty quick. So I got done a lot earlier than I expected. But is that a bad thing? So a lot of people are like, oh, it's July, I don't care about Christmas. So maybe I shot myself in the foot about that. But come October, come November, I'll launch another catch-up tier, and I'll have the comics, and I'll just start sending them out. You know what I mean? Right away. And people,
well, I mean, it's at the price point where you could probably give them out as gifts. If you'd
you could buy a whole bunch
if you
of
got
more.
if you got like nephews or
I got a large family. You know. I got 55 nieces and nephews. They got to pay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, no. If you don't have an Italian family that evidently, you know, like it's like rabbits. Then you only have like one or two. You know, and you want to get them into comics. This might be a good Christmas gift for them. I mean, who knows? Maybe you can get them a King Fu, you know, hoodie or something, or a card for Memphis Dojo.
Fist fighting.
There you go. Sure. That's just clever. That's really clever. All I'm seeing over here is them having like this nice conversation about a comic. So
they're talking about Green Arrow. They're having fun. Marcus, Bobby.
Well, I mean, Marcus always. I mean, if you get him talking about it,
and Marcus, for those of you who are paying attention, Marcus will be drawing my 3-page Public Eye story. Marcus, just hold on. Aaron Sparrow's going to check it. You know, he volunteered his service as an editor, and I would be a fool not to utilize that resource. So he's going to just check it, make sure it's cool. and then Marcus is going to start drawing it. And if I can say something, Andres Esparza, who does the backup, the Patriarch story, he sent me the rough layouts for all the pages for the Metaphysician, my Doctor Strange homage character.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! And then I wrote the story a while ago, so I got the rough layouts and I had to compare it to the script to make sure this is such a great story. I was like, wow, I wrote this. This is good. This this is going to be so. If he finishes, Heroic Tales 3 might be the Metaphysician and Sleeper Agent.
Wow.
And then issue 4 will be the continuation of Mary Sue, because I feel we got to keep it moving. Because Renzo is drawing Patriarch, and then from Patriarch he's going to draw Crisis on Independent Earths, and then from that he's going to draw my Chuck Dixon story. Yes, Chuck Dixon and I wrote a story together, and then he's going to get to Mary Sue, and then Raven. So maybe we'll.
So is that Mary Sue's like hero name, Metaphysician?
No, the Metaphysician is a completely different character.
Oh, okay.
The Metaphysician, he is.
Because I know she was. I know she was going to be a doctor. So
yeah, she's Mary Sue. She's she. It's funny that you should say that, because in Heroic Tales 3, King Foos he suggests a name, but he's flirting with her. So who knows if she can keep it or not.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look at you dropping names there. Hey, if Chuck Dixon would ever associate with me, I would be dropping that name myself. So
yes,
there you go.
Yep, I'm totally dropping names. I'm dropping.
I got Mike Barron, but I don't have.
Did I mention Joe Bennett's going to be drawing some stuff for the Crisis on Independent Earth, or Josh Howard, or Adam Lawson?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm dropping names. I'm trying to get people interested. Nobody's interested in my name. Did I mention Telepathic Bunny's going to be submitting a story? How's that for dropping names?
There you go. With Ron Mosicki drawing.
Ron has gotten so good. Ron, in all seriousness, Ron is drawing a Raven story, but it's the third Raven story.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted, I don't know if I should be telling his personal business, but he opened up a business. So he said, I'm retiring from comics. So I said, could you draw this for me? And he loved the script. And he said, well, I said, you take as much time as you want, no rush. So that was the condition. Now he's banging out the pages because he likes the story so much. So
he was going to just do his stuff from now on, but he made an exception for my entry to
I was
Crisis,
like, because I want all my friends to be in this book. You know, I want this book to be a big sandbox, and we all get in with a shovel. Woodrow's going to be in. Marcus is going to be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bobby's going to be in. Cooper's going to be in. Ron's.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for your support as always.
You know, I Luke is going to be drawing R.J. Williams' story. You know, like I think Luke might be drawing somebody else's story too. Infinite Chronicles story.
Yeah.
So
well, I've got the story in my head. I just needed to figure out a place to, my character, Mr. MacGuffin. I know what you said. You didn't like the old man, like being given the advice or whatever. But
yes,
so
but you already have a pre-existing character that acts like, you know what I mean.
Right.
For those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, there's 35 people sending me scripts for the story, and literally. And I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but everybody's first draft was a portal opens and let's go. And I said, we can't have 35 of that same story. So I banned a portal opens. Then everybody's next story was, I had a dream that the universe is going to get destroyed. So I banned those stories. And then the third one was, a wise man told me.
Right.
Now, of course, there's one guy who has a dream, but that makes sense within the context of his story. Right. There's two people who have portals, but I read their comics and they're about portals, so it makes sense. Yeah. And your comic has a wise man who knows everything. It's you know what? Want to hear something funny?
What?
I don't. But Phil Diaz, his Lost Pages has all three of those, but it works within the context of his story.
Yeah, I know. I've got the first two Lost Pages.
Right, so it works. But like if you know what I mean, but. So there are
so his the hobo, the cosmic hobo.
Right. So he has a wise guy. There's portals and there's dreams. So but it works with and then I also don't Galaxy Memorial Park he put in a 3-page pitch that's so different than everybody else that if
JD's a writer, man.
Yeah,
He's a hell
if
of a
you
writer.
read his 3 pages and are not like kind of moved, especially if you're a comic book fan or if you're a veteran or friends with veterans,
yeah,
you know, I don't want to spoil it. And then there's Dave Brink, who's just like
Dave Brink.
Yeah, it's from Genuine Comics. People
It's
go, which
freaking
character
Dave
do you
Brink.
going to use? And I said, all of them.
Yeah,
All of them, and it's world hopping. It's
Yeah.
freaking monsters. It's nonstop fighting, and you know, because a few people were like, you can't wow anybody in 3 pages. I'm like, have you met Dave Brink? Have you met?
Yeah,
Have you
exactly.
Have you met JD Gunter of Galaxy Memorial Park? You know what I mean?
Incredible writers. Incredible writers.
These guys do it.
The guy who's doing Skylights, he might be somebody to ask.
Okay,
Keith
you can
Morant,
invite people too. You know,
Yeah.
And again, everybody's invited. A few people I've heard from
Beef
back
being
channels
breaking,
that people are like taking it personal that I didn't invite. I didn't invite anybody.
Right.
I just went outside and shouted out my front door, and other people showed up. So
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Well,
the only people I invited personally were Mike Barron, Chuck Dixon. You know, the big names. You know what I mean?
There you go. You know, it's like Mr. McGuffin. He's not like he's like a specialist. Like his particular world is like what he's concerned with. But he's like, well, you know, he keeps an eye on like the multiverse. You know, as a general kind of like, you know, just
Right.
just because
You know who Mr. McGuffin reminds me of? Did you read Exiles?
Yeah, I did.
Remember the guy with the Tantalus on him? The guy, you know, that's he or he's almost like a watcher or something like that.
Right.
I have an idea.
Mr.
I don't want to
McGuffin's
say
very much like a watcher figure. Yeah.
I have an idea for like maybe a crossover in the future, but I don't want to say it in public. You know?
Okay. Well, no problem. No problem. Well,
And-
I mean,
and then Aaron
his
Sparrow's
watch.
Doomsday-
I've been working on it. Like his watch like projects the multiverse, and he starts seeing like things popping out of existence.
Right.
And he's like,
again,
okay.
Again, I have an idea. we'll talk about this. And Aaron Sparrow's character Doomface is obviously an homage to like Dr. Doom and all of these.
Yeah.
And
Doomface is probably going to try to take the whole damn thing over. Probably, yeah. I'd say.
If he didn't, would he be Doomface?
No, he
so
wouldn't.
He wants to have Doomface cross over with a couple of people. And originally, I didn't want to have crossovers.
Right.
But it makes sense. So if you have an idea that breaks the rules, and like you kind of have, you know, precedent in your comics.
Rules, where we're going, we don't need rules.
But you know what I mean? Like, so like at first I was like, Aaron, you can't do that. And then we talked on the phone. And I was like, oh, okay, I see where you're going. That's kind of funny. He has a couple of funny lines in it too. But like, you know, like I said.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the guy. Did Aaron create Darkwing Duck, or did he just draw him?
No, he didn't create Darkwing Duck, but he wrote the comic for a long time.
Yeah, I knew he either wrote the comic or I didn't know if he invented him or not. So yeah, Doomface so over the top is a name. I love it. Yeah. We don't need thinking badges. Well, that's the thing. You know, one of the reasons why I love this project so much is just and I love his Christmas idea. It's just we gotta get whimsy back, man. We gotta get fun back. We gotta get people like saying, "You want to be cool? You want to be cool?" We need that back, man.
Well, I don't know if anybody knows. I can't forget his first. Keith Gleason. He does the Mighty Mascots. So the Mighty Mascots will be participating. The Mighty Mascots are all the breakfast cereal mascots. Form a super team, and they fought the Jolly Green Giant. They fought. You know, it's Whimsy the comic book, and I think that's fun. And then on the other side, we got people like Heather Vele, who does Next Evolution, which is a really serious comic book about pharmaceutical companies poisoning people. And you know what I mean? And her pitch is, I was really worried that I was going to contaminate her world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we talked back and forth, and she came up with a pitch that sells her comic, shows her world, shows the good guys, shows the bad guys, because she's a writer. Yeah, and I think she does it in 4 pages. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't see Mighty Mascot's pitch, but they if they had a portal that within a dream of an old wise man, it would work within because it's sealed, you know?
Right. Well,
We
you know,
have one character.
the four arenas I've done so far, the Crossbones Crew, which is an all ages comic. The second one was Galaxy Memorial Park, and the third one was Skylights. And all three of them are like entirely different, but they all three have that. And this Christmas thing, this fourth arena I'm doing, but they all have this same boy in them. They've just got the energy of boy in them, and that's what I love about what we're doing in indie comics is, you know, you go through and look at that wall of modern comics, and there's no boy in any of it. I mean, it's all adult oriented, and it's not even general broad adult oriented. It's like specific, you know, very specific adult, like, you know, very narrow places.
You said the A word, adult. I had
Yeah.
somebody that wanted to pitch an adult character, and I
Right.
said, you know, this is we're gonna have breakfast cereal mascots. You know,
Carpool Buddies of Doom. I love it.
here's another rule that I had to come up with.
Mm.
Like I don't care if your comic itself is X-rated or R-rated or
Right.
graphic violence stuff, but you know when you turn on a TV and you see the commercial for the movie, they don't show all the boobies and violence and curse words.
No.
So you know your 3 pages could lead you to that. That's absolutely fine. But this guy just didn't want to do it, but he's still welcome to contribute. But just
right.
You know, keep that stuff over. The other rule that I had to come up with was public domain characters. I if we don't want any public domain characters, because I'm terrified that we make this book and it's awesome and we have a hardcover book, and then we get a cease and desist letter.
Well, public domain characters that if there are some public domain characters that are so different from, you know, the source character that there's no way anybody could ever.
Right. So I gotta say, like, no, like one I messaged, because I also put out the call on Facebook, and there's a whole bunch of people on Facebook. I don't really know them. I know the Twitter people really well. And he put out a pitch, and it was all public domain people, and I was like, oh man, I just don't want to do that, because
right.
You know, it's not fair to T-Bunny over here does all the work, and now we have to pulp the book or something like that, or you know what I mean, or we all get sued because we're all getting
yeah, I've got 2 public domain characters, but one of them's like the original Ghost Rider, you know, and when the book that I put him in, Luke was like terrified, so we didn't use Ghost Rider. I had to I called the story Ghost Story, but you know, but we had to. He was like terrified of that one, even though Ghost Rider, the original, has been in the public domain for decades and decades and decades.
Right. So
it's abandoned, basically.
He's not.
So yeah. So I mean, that was so I mean, I get it. So if you got a public domain character, a version of a character that's currently being published actively, you know, you still got to walk that fine line. Yeah. But
so
somebody
really,
like my guy Frost, you know, Super Guy, you know, he's been in public domain for a long, long time, but then he aged him up to 80 something, and so it's there's no way anybody could look at and say it's the same guy, even if they cared, which they don't. So Charlton Comics is a long time ago. So, but I mean, public domain can be a valuable resource, but you do have to be careful. You do have to pay attention. But like how Disney did the Dynamite when they had a great Lone Ranger series, and Disney made that bad movie. Yeah, well, it is what it is. But so yeah, so if you wanted to get a little Christmas spirit, you want to maybe have like a Christmas comic that you can distribute if you don't have a whole bunch of nieces and nephews like John does.
I guarantee
It's a
this
good
comic
idea.
is totally all ages appropriate.
There you
my
go.
my other stuff had a little bit of racy stuff. This one is supposed to be, you could give this to anybody. And when I say, adults could read it, enjoy
Right.
it. Little kids could read it. There's nothing objectionable.
Well, I mean, it is a Vietnam story, so
Yeah, it's a
that's
Vietnam story, but it's not.
So.
It's not Full Metal Jacket.
right.
It's a Vietnam story starring an Elvis impersonator.
There you go. but an Elvis impersonator who could kick your ass.
Right.
Anyway, so it is what it is. Yeah, that's that boy part, So I love that boy whimsy. You got it in spades, my friend. Anyway, so thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know you definitely have a lot of work you got to get done, so I'll let you go.
I'm preparing for the convention on Friday. Everything else
There
done.
you go.
I cleaned over my table. I'm taking all my comics out, doing an inventory because I want to know exactly what I sold,
Right.
what I have left. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this.
Well, here on FMC Arena, this show is Thursday nights at 6. If you have a current campaign or if you have a future campaign and you want to come on and promote, let me know. Telepathic Bunny on X or Fund My Comic on X. Either way, we'll get you booked and we'll get you in here. I do some AI work on your campaigns to promote it, and anything that I develop for that will be available to you after the show is over. I've had several people actually request things, and I do my best to help with that. But like this thumbnail is an AI version of another thumbnail that he's got already.
Yeah,
and
that AI, man, you could see why the Patriarch has 7 children.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's built like a brick house. There you go. Anyway, but either way, so anything I develop for the show will be available to you for your own promotion purposes. And everybody so far is really, except for the first guy who doesn't want anything to do with AI, which I understand, and I used a little AI for the thumbnail, but he already approved that. So I do listen to you, and I don't use AI unless you okay it. But anything I do develop will be available to you. But this show is available to anybody that has a campaign on FMC, either coming up or currently on there. And just let me know if you want to be booked. Next Thursday is supposed to be Immortal Rising.
Oh, cool.
3. So that's going to be next Thursday. But anyway, public domain can be tricky. The Frankenstein blockhead on a platform choose Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's
I
just how disheartening would that be? We got this all done, and then and then we have to deal with that. So it's best not to deal. And we're all comic book guys. Come up with the new guy or something.
There you go. But anyway, so that's been Cooper Telepathic Bunny Comics and FMC. It's been FMC Arena. We will see you all next time. Let me make sure I got this. Yeah, all right. We can end it then. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.